do you want to talk? Inside or outside?
Oh, you got to tell me what you want to talk about.
Chief.
Yes.
Chief Fur, how you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Make sure this is recording.
Well, that's why I wanted to find out what you want to talk about. Depending on what you want to talk about, depends on whether I'm going to talk to you about it or not on camera.
I mean, it's your decision. I respect that. Hold on, let me put this down. Okay. So basically, man, it's very hot out here. This doesn't really have to deal with the police department, but it's mainly the sheriff. But basically, you know, I respect what you guys do. I'm not coming out here anyway, you know. You know, we could just have a mutual, cordial conversation. So, I watch you guys, right? I record you, I film you, right? You know that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of officers do. The Sergeant Jones, the Captain Williams, and you know, I'm out there keeping you guys accountable, you know, and transparent. There's a lot of good officers who like what I'm doing, respectful, professional, right? And there's a lot of bad officers that.
I wouldn't say a lot, and I wouldn't say.
Well,
bad.
in my field,
I wouldn't say bad. I would say maybe misinformed.
Yeah,
not bad.
That don't like what I'm doing, or you know, disrespectful. They have the ego. They're an asshole. Anyway, to get to the point, one of the videos, I was out there filming, right? Like just filming, just not the police, just doing an audit, I guess.
Yeah.
I would say, just filming in public, you know. And Officer Salazar, he came and said, you know, recording in public is not legal, or filming in public is not legal, which that's the first time I heard an officer say that, which is sad, you know, because we should all know about the Constitution. You know, you're up here to uphold it. So anyway, I don't care about this. I could care less. But that video got a lot of views.
I know.
You know, I got like
a lot of emails already.
I know it. It got 50,000 views, and people are calling. They're blowing up your social media on Facebook.
I know.
And calling the station and stuff. I never told them to do that. So, hold on, let me put the camera this way a little bit. Yeah, I never told them to do that. Anyway, so yesterday, Sunday, Father's Day, right? My family, my dad, grandma, everybody's there, right? The sheriff comes to my door. He comes to my house. I recorded that too. The sheriff came to my door, and it was Officer Jimenez. And I've seen him in the past, and he's always been good as far as I, you know. He tells me that a lot of people are calling their dispatch. I guess the MAC 911 dispatch is the same, right?
Yep, it's all the same.
Okay.
For all of us.
Right. And he's telling me that, oh, people are calling the lines, and you know, people can't make 911 calls, and he was saying that, oh, it must be me doing it. And I'm like, really, man? I can't control what other people do. You know, that's not my fault. I can't control what other people do. And, you know, I mean, he could have came and told me nicely, but he was kind of a dick about it. And then he goes to talk to my family, and he's like, oh, this guy is just out there to provoke and harass officers and all that, you know. And I agree, some people do that. They do that. But I don't do that. If they do it to me, I do it, right? And you guys work for us, so it's not, you know, even if I am disrespectful, you guys should always be respectful. But I believe if you give respect, you get respect, right? So yeah, instead of saying, you know, he's out there standing up for our rights and watching us, keeping us transparent and all this stuff, he's saying that. And I guess the sergeant was on scene, but he was like away in the back, just like this. He didn't talk to us, so it was just that officer. So basically, you know, he's coming to my house to harass me, I believe, which is retaliation. Maybe you guys told him to come to my house. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's in the county.
Right.
So.
And I don't understand, because it doesn't make sense, because I see you guys out on the streets all the time. If you wanted to talk to me, you would come talk to me. You wouldn't do that to my house, right?
Yeah, but if there was something going on with MAC and it involves somebody that lives in the county, it wouldn't be us that responds to it. It would be the sheriff's office.
But you guys didn't tell them to come to my house?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it was a sheriff, yeah.
It would, if somebody was calling MAC, and they figure out who it was that was calling them, and depending on where their address is, it would either come to us if it was in the city, or it would go to the sheriff's office if it was in the county. No different than if the person calling was from Ephrata or Quincy or Mattawa.
See, what I don't understand is he's like trying to accuse me of like a criminal stuff, and I have nothing to do. That's like saying, hey, Chief Fur, that guy raped somebody, we're gonna blame you. Like, I don't understand.
So here's what I would do. I would get a hold of the sheriff's office and ask them to give you the information.
So let me finish the other part of the story. I came to the station here, and just to talk to one of the officers, just like you and me are talking, I explained the same exact thing. And I already knew this, but they recommended, I'm not going to name the name, to go to the sheriff's station in Ephrata?
Yep, Ephrata. That's where the sheriff's office is.
Right, and to file a complaint or possibly do a lawsuit. But I'm moving to California, I don't have time for that.
Well, and I wouldn't necessarily say that you'd need to file a complaint or file a lawsuit, but you can go ask, you can get public information. You can ask them to give you public information about
the call, the body cam, all that.
The information from Mac, because Mac records everything. So you can get all the recordings that Mac has. You can get a copy of their report, and you can put it all together.
Right, and when people misuse 911 calls, they can track the number down if they keep doing it, right?
Yes, they track the number down.
They can issue a warrant, and if
not even that, because the number, if you call, the number should come up on their screen.
Right, yeah.
I guess unless it's a block number.
It's probably some trolls or something, but
yeah, so no, you can...
So your recommendation to me, it has nothing to do with your department, is to go to the sheriff to speak with somebody?
Ask for the records, yeah. Just fill a public records request out.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then ask for the records.
Okay.
I mean, that'll give you the information you're looking for. And I would ask for...
I still want to file a complaint on the officer because he was very bad.
That's you're going to have to do that.
Right.
That's with them. But if you want the information, I would do a public records request on the call information and the calls that were going to Mac.
Okay.
And you should be able to get all that. And then you look at that and figure out what figure out who was calling or what it was all about.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, the complaint forms for you guys, it's in person. I like that. Theirs is online. However, I believe if I go to the station, I can also get it in person, right?
Yeah, and I think ours are online too, but we also have them here.
Oh, okay, yeah, because not everybody is, But
if you don't have the internet, you can still come here and fill out a form.
Nah, I just like to do old-fashioned, old school,
Okay.
So
you can do that.
All right, thank you, Chief.
Hey, have a good one.
This is the Chief right here, guys.
Have a good one.
The leadership, we appreciate you. So we need good officers out there, Oh, I have to tell you, you're the Chief. Duh. I have to say, I have many encounters with all the officers. Some turn good to bad, some are bad to good. The officer in your department, you should be very proud of, that has always been respectful and professional to me every single time, right? He doesn't use feelings to enforce the law. Every time, I would probably say 20 times, he's always been respectful, is Officer Stewart.
Oh, okay.
You know him, right?
I know. Well,
Officer Stewart. You need to make him a sergeant or what's the next rank up? A lieutenant.
Sergeant or lieutenant.
Yeah, because we need officers like him training your guys. Yeah. He's a great officer, great role model.
Great guy.
Great officer.
Great guy. So, he's not going to be a sergeant because he wants to keep his dog.
Yeah, I heard that. I spoke with him. He's like, I don't
have a dog and be a sergeant at the same time.
He's like, I don't want to be it. I'm like, man, you should.
He will in 5 or 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
When his dog retires, I could see Nick being a sergeant.
All right, Chief Führer is German, right?
Yeah.
I know. Führer. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Have a good day.
All right, you have a good one, sir.